is it time to upgrade your weed out system? Do you agree that everyone should not have complete access to you and your prized possessions? It shouldn't be that many people that close to you or in your innermost circle. If you believe that, then at a point, you should be able to upgrade your weed out system, develop better filters if there are people in your inner circle that don't belong there. Now, when you meet someone, you're not just meeting one person. You're meeting the sum of all of their relationships. You're meeting the sum of all of their experiences, both bad and good. You're meeting the sum of their upbringing, their knowledge, their coaching or lack thereof. You're meeting the sum of their morals and ethics and values. And this is why it is important that you determine what you are willing to accept from people in your inner circle. Now, for years we've lived by the philosophy or the mantra that you should treat people the way that you want to be treated. But after years of experience and growth and development, I determined that I don't want people to treat me the way that they want to be treated. I would much rather for people to treat me the way that I want to be treated. Now, I'm going to give you a couple of examples of true stories. When I first opened here at Take Charge Fitness Studio, located at 246 East 1st Street, Lancaster, Texas, a young man walked into my office and he sat at my desk. He looked at me and said, "Why should I choose you?" I say he was a young man, somewhere between late 20s, early 30s. I say he was a young man because I'll be 50 this year. And so I looked at him and I said, "Young man, I think you have the question inverted. See, you don't actually choose me." I told him that I choose you. I will determine whether or not we are a good fit. And this is what I am suggesting, that you take that philosophy with you when you go out on a date or when you're going out to meet someone that may want to find themselves in your inner circle someday. You determine what you will or will not accept. Upgrade your weed out system. I had a young lady. She came into my studio, and she's probably watching this video right now. We actually became pretty good friends as a result of working together and what have you. But the first conversation we had, she told me, she said, "Jay, I'm going to tell you now that sometimes my attitude is not good." She said, "I might come in here one day and just curse you out," she said. And I said, "Well, no, you're not going to do that because we don't act like that in here. But let me ask you this. What makes you think that you would have to talk to me that way and you don't even know me?" This was a real conversation. Now, this was a few years ago, and we've never had to go there, if you will. But my point is, you have to determine out of the gate what you will and will not accept. But you have to carry yourself in such a way that you reflect and encourage that level of respect from others. Now, I'm going to give you two words that I want you to use as the bookends for the formula for upgrading your weed out system or your filters. See, your filters are in place to catch all the debris and the garbage that should not be in the final product. In other words, when you meet someone, they're not going to come to you perfectly. Okay, so you have to have your filters in place in order to catch and remove all of the garbage and clutter and waste material that you do not want in the final product of your relationship. These two words are honor and privilege. The person in your life, in your inner circle, should consider it an honor and a privilege to be that close to you. They should consider it an honor and a privilege to be in your presence. Because if they don't, then basically what they're saying is the opposite, that it is not an honor and a privilege to be in your presence or to be that close to you. Now, these things take time to develop, but it starts with you. It starts with you outlining and detailing what you will and will not accept. Not just today, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, 20 years from now. Because at some point, if you're 25 or 30 or 35, at some point you will be saying that you're 50 years old as well. And the things that you would have accepted at age 30, you probably can't accept at age 50. So look down the road. Detail what works for you and what does not work for you. And then you determine whether or not you are a good fit for the individual who seeks to be in your inner circle. I told a young lady who came to train with me, she said, Jay, if we don't do what you tell us to do, are you going to yell at us? Because you might need to yell at me. I said, well, if I need to yell at you, I have to make a phone call and see if I can't find you another trainer, because I don't raise my voice beyond my speaking voice when I'm in a session. This is the want to business. And if I have to yell at you, then we are not a good fit. You determine how people will talk to you. You determine how people will not talk to you. So when I see you and you look like you're under duress because you just had a fallout with someone who's in your inner circle, who showed you very little respect, if any at all, look in the mirror and say to yourself that it's time to upgrade my weed out system. Remember, your relationship is a part of your overall health, and the right relationship can allow you to achieve much higher existence for yourself. But the wrong relationship can utterly destroy you. And as always, I'm only here to help. I want for you the same thing as I want for myself. I want you to be happy. I want you to be prosperous. I want you to be in good health. But above all these things, I want you to be blessed. And as always, my name is Jay Jackson, and I am looking forward to your response. You determine what you are willing to accept.